So I'd like to welcome you to the channel, Harry. And how are you doing?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
I'm okay, thanks for asking. So what got you into the railways or the hobby?
Well, I remember growing up, I was just used to be mad on Thomas. I think that's how everyone started,
Yep.
watching the original ones with Ringo Starr and the ratings. And I think my earliest memory was going to like day outs with Thomas with my late dad. And modelling, probably when I was about 4. I remember being at my dad's and seeing a Formby train set sat on top of a tumble dryer and said, "It's yours." And
Was
from
that what
then,
got you started with the train sets?
yeah, it's a little green 040, which I've still got now.
Does it run?
It does run, yeah,
It does run.
but it's old, but it's okay, but it's not the best of runners anymore.
I understand. I've got a few dodgy ones. For me, it was Bryro, if I'm honest with you. The
All
wooden
right.
train sets. That what got me into hobby. This one I don't want to offend you with. Did you face any bullying once you got into trains, like from friends and schoolmates? No.
No, no, I don't. Nothing really. That's all. Everyone when I was growing up, it was all Power Rangers and like Pokemon
Pokemon.
cards and stuff. And I just wasn't really fussed with that. It didn't really offend me or anything.
I have to ask because I know some people did face bullying.
Yeah,
I
which
did.
is completely
So
understanding.
the next question is, how and why did you start your channel?
I just want the reason why I started my channel was I just wanted to wanted to build a friendship with people.
Yep, I
See,
understand that.
when I first started YouTube, it was like I think my earliest memory was watching Graham on Lakeside, watching him build a layout, and that got me started thinking you don't really need big tools to do YouTube. You can just use a mobile phone.
Yep, you can.
If anything goes wrong, it goes wrong. It's on camera, and people sometimes they don't mind the entertainment value of it. I kind of remember watching the early days of Sam as well, yourself, Dave Harworth
Yep.
as well. So yeah, that's what I started watching, and it got me hooked.
How long have you been at YouTube? I say at, but how long have you had your channel? Like, how long roughly?
About 10 years.
About the same time as me.
Yeah, but I never used to post anything. I think my
Same.
earliest post was at a rock concert, and that's about it.
I think like with YouTube itself, you have to try and find your own feet
Mm,
rather than trying to imitate somebody. If that makes sense.
yeah, one thing with YouTube I found is everyone's got their own opinion on how you do stuff, which is fine. It gives you ideas.
But then you got the others that don't add anything when they comment.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or someone else put it. An opinion is like an arsehole. Everyone's got one.
yeah. Famously quoted by James Blunt.
Unfortunately, yeah. Uh,
Very true.
it's funny though. It's funny. Again, this is to do with your hobby and channel. What do you like and dislike about the hobby and about YouTube?
The thing I dislike is people comment on how layouts should be, and I just on what's wrong and where. I just say it's your layout. You
Yep.
do what you want. Sod the rest of them. It's your layout. Do what you want with it.
And what's your likes?
I, I don't like. I don't want to be critical on people, but I'm not a fan of these continental layouts. I just don't like it.
That's fine. What we're on about, like what? European, American, or
European stuff
yeah,
and
European?
American. I'm just not really into it.
They don't float your boat.
No, they all look the same.
You could say the same about the Great Western.
They do all look the same.
They do all look the same. Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. I know I am.
But I'm going to get in trouble for that. But when one design is good, why make a new design?
There is that as well. From watching a few of your videos, and I know you for a few years, You like to go to preserved railways? Is that correct?
Yeah.
What is your favourite one?
We've got two.
That's fine.
One's Great Central because it's nearby, and one's North Yorkshire Moors.
How many have you been to? Can I ask?
It's over in between 10 and 20.
Well, that's quite a few.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was expecting the Bluebell to be on there for some reason.
I have been to the Bluebell, but I didn't rate anything to it.
No?
No, it hasn't got the factor of like Great Central to it. But it was in COVID time, so
Could be a bit different
there
now.
was restrict. Yeah.
I've been to one, and that was Didcot.
Yeah. Any plan to go to more?
I do. I do. It all depends on, as you know, my health.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm using a mixture of sticks and a wheelchair. So, like getting around my flat, I can do that perfectly fine to a degree. Granted, I've dropped a few Legos on the floor, and yeah. But when I went Didcot with Tony and Paul and Paris, it did take a massive toll on that. It's all gravel in it.
Yeah.
So if you want to go from the station over to one of the engine sheds, you have to walk across gravel. And yeah, but I do plan to go to more. I think next year I'm going to Butterley.
Yeah, that's good, but it's quite a fair walk.
I know, and it's not linear, so I'm losing out both ways here.
Yeah, I think Great Central will be easy for you.
If I had to pick one, I think it'd be the North Yorkshire Moors because of Heartbeat. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's a good one to go to.
And my carer is a Harry Potter fan, so
yeah, that'll work for you then.
What is your favourite preserved locomotive? I'm going to say Gresley. You seem to like Gresley.
It's either Cromwell, so it brings back loads of memories growing up, or Green Arrow V2.
That's like Shildon, isn't it?
It's currently at Doncaster.
Is that done? What, an overall or?
No, it's in an art gallery.
Art gallery. Like I say, I didn't think they were going to overhaul it because of, was it something to do with the piping or something was faulty?
What it is, someone will probably comment this. It's a cylinder, but all three cylinders are cast into one bit.
Yeah.
And one of them cracked. And there's words from the NRM saying, "Oh, we don't want to do this. We don't want to fix it due to blah blah blah. It won't sound the same." All that. And there's big hoo-ha on it. So they just put it away. But it's fair enough. I'd much rather see probably Green Arrow or something from the NRM on the main line than Scotsman.
Why have I got Triggers Broom in mind when he says Scotsman?
Because it's overhyped.
Possibly, yeah. Last time I seen the Flying Scotsman, it was in bits at York.
I think I saw it a few months ago, actually. But it was just like, meh.
I'm going to ask you about gimmicks. So, as you know, you watch Formula One, so you know teams copy each other. What gimmicks don't you like in the hobby?
I'm not a fan of that. I just see that Hornby smoke unit thing a bit of a gimmick. It's something they did about early trying days with smoke oil.
Yep.
And it was just like, it looked good back then, but now, why do you need DCC to control the smoke unit?
Oh, you need
For them
DC.
people who do want DCC, they don't really need it. I'm not a fan of DCC sound either.
Is that sound in general or just a specific sound?
I just think if you've got a massive layout in your bedroom or in a larger room, it can be a bit deafening if you've got all the sounds going on. You won't be able to hear yourself think. I just don't know with it.
To be fair, when I've watched other people's reviews or videos on sound locos, they do come over a bit high pitched.
Yeah.
My issue.
I like the stuff TRS does with all the smoke and stuff.
Kyle, yeah, does some good stuff. I understand how Hornby's system works. It's to do with how fast the wheel goes around, correct?
Yeah.
And it's meant to because in the chassis there's meant to be some sort of chip. Is that correct? To monitor this.
I can't remember.
But I understand. There's quite a lot of gimmicks. So you got these opening the smoke box door from BACHMANN.
I like that idea.
It didn't really last long, did it?
No, I do like that idea though.
Yeah?
I give them the do. It does look all right.
What about flickering fireboxes?
So it's it's okay if you can see the firebox when it's going round.
They're not a tank engine.
All right, but
Yeah, there's a few gimmicks I'm not too keen on. The next question is you. I got this correct. You were into Engage at some point.
yes,
Why did you stop Engage?
it's far too fiddly and small.
Did you ever think about doing a bigger scale, like TT?
TT, the thing is with TT, I just see it. I want to see it grow a bit more for
Yep.
what it is. I want to see more products out there. But at the moment, there's only a limited amount of products. There's only a limit of manufacturers out there. With Double O, you got a wide range from Hornby to Rapido to Acura scale. But with TT, you've only got Pico and Hornby at the moment.
And in OO, you still got the vintage locos from previous manufacturers that have gone.
Mm,
So like Vitrains, Triang,
yeah.
mainline to a degree. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you a question that you wanted me to ask somebody. If you could preserve any loco in the world at any point in time, what would it be and why?
Now I'm trying to think what's in my head. I kind of like, I've got a soft spot for Stania, but
Yeah,
most of his logos have been preserved. So probably throw it out there as a bit unusual. Probably a Bear Garrett.
yeah. Standard version, not the Navigate ones.
Yeah, a standard version.
Yeah. And a slightly different question here. If you had any money, all the money in the world, what rebuild would you do? And it can't be the Garrett.
Hmm. There's so many going on now, though. That's the thing.
That is true.
There's so many happening. Trying to think what's going on. Oh, I don't want. I'm sorry, people who are Thomas fans, but I'm not saying the E1 tank or the E2. No,
No? Fair, there's
probably.
a few mock ups of Thomas dotted around the world.
Yeah, too many.
I think if I had to
But
go for a rebuild, I think it'd be a Raven A2.
well, that's got a good option in my mind. Probably a Grizzly P1.
Yeah. Well, there can't be much difference between a P1 and a P2, like lengthwise. I'm no expert.
No, no.
Over the years, you've had a few locomotives in your collection. What is your favourite and why?
Probably Oliver Cromwell.
Yeah?
Perfect loco for mixed traffic. A lot.
Is that the one like mine where the loco and tender isn't permanently connected, or is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was that one or a tender drive version.
So far back.
So, what would your top three be if a manufacturer could build any double O gauge locos? What would your top three locos be to be built?
I asked I sent an email off to Hornby a while ago about it.
Yep.
And I said, but never really got back to me. Probably because I think I said the Fury that they want because there's only one built.
Yep.
And there's kind of thing P1 probably. The Tango's already been made.
It has.
Probably the Midland Railway loco, what's that? It used to be at Butterley quite a lot. The Johnson thing. I forgot what it's called now.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Pre-grouping was nice Midland Railway.
I think at the moment, pre-grouping is one of the growth areas in double O.
I've noticed that with Southeastern and Chatham railway
We've
stuff is a lot going on now.
got a few Great Northern stuff coming out from Rapido. I think that's where
I
the
would
growth
like
is.
I would like to see an aerolite being made.
Yeah. Who do you think will do it?
That's gotta be a Rapido job, I think.
Yeah.
It's
I
got
think that
Rapido written all over it.
you wouldn't say KR models.
I don't know about them.
They seem to be a bit slow, if I'm honest with you, at this point in time.
Yeah.
The Big Berth has been pushed back again.
Oh no.
It's summer next year.
Oh, I'll give that till next. I'll give that another 4 years until that's released. Then.
It doesn't help you have to pay in advance.
No,
I've already paid my £200, whatever it was.
at least don't have to pay it later on.
Well, yeah, you can't really put the price up. That bonus.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you a little bit about YouTube. We've
Okay.
talked about it privately, but this one's openly. clickbait titles or running sessions? Are you a fan? Do you like them? Do you not?
I find it interesting. That's all. I just find it interesting.
What, when you watch the whole video and find out there was nothing in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a few people do that and it annoys me. This is a different sort of one, but like I said, I spoke to you privately before. Have you brought any items that you've watched people review? And you don't have to
Yes.
name anyone, I'm just asking to have you. And were they to that standard, or was it worse? Or was it better?
I thought it was the exact same. I bought an LMS crab after watching the review and thought, oh, this will be alright. And looking at the loco, it's just like, it really needs a retool for
Which
what it
version of the
was.
crab? Because BACHMANN do two, one with cab detail and one without cab detail, but they both don't
This
have
was
pickups and tender.
this was without cab details. It was the early Bachmann stuff.
Yeah, I think
There's
it's the
so
same.
much Bachmann need to upgrade on locos now.
Well, it's either that
They could,
or they do their own railroad version.
yeah, well, they could either put it into EFE range, couldn't they
They
now?
could.
So
They've got that many like tank engines, anything that resembles from the mainline stuff that they
yeah,
own. So you got the V1, V3. You have the panny tanks. Now a KSK's doing a panny tank. They may as well.
bring that off.
Well, yeah, well, put it down at a cheap price to competition.
Well, it's like that new Class 08 they did.
The new one,
Yeah,
yeah.
too expensive. Come on, Bachmann, wake up.
I want to ask you a question about your layouts. You've had a few. Is that correct? Two or three?
Yeah,
Who or what inspired you on your layout? Like,
not really inspires me really.
no,
I
there's no
just
like town or city or nope.
no. What I do like because I'm in the middle of planning a layout in my head.
Yep.
I like to replicate a few bits like in figures and stuff from TV comedy. So from Dad's Army, I'll probably get a load of tents and get a steamroller.
Yep. I've seen your
Probably
Mr. You got the Mr. Bean mini, haven't you?
I've got my Mr. Bean. I'll keep that.
Yep.
I'll probably do a heartbeat scene, crossover Harry Potter scene.
You got all your Only Fools stuff from Corgi. They do a load of Only Fools actual models. You've seen it, haven't you? You're
Yeah,
from Perry and stuff.
yeah. I've got the wagon, so that's only full sorted.
I think I've got Boyce's Jag in a vehicle somewhere.
I'll probably get the bus from only falls from a Jolly Boys outing.
Yes.
There's a few little scenes around there. I would like to replicate the Live Aid somewhere in there. I don't know how big you've got to do it.
How big's the room?
It's 10 foot be 9 foot.
That's a lot bigger than mine.
Yeah,
Mine's basically a Hornby trap mat. That's it. It's the only issue with living in a flat. You don't get much space.
yeah, I know that one.
Well, at least I'm on the property ladder. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Do you like to collect anything in the hobby apart from comedy vehicle? Do you like to collect anything in the hobby?
not
No.
really. No, no,
So I'm guessing you're not with the yearly wagons or Christmas wagons.
no. I'm not a fan of them
What
at
about
all.
certain bits of rolling stock? So like guard vans, brake vans.
No.
Nope. You're a hard one to please.
Yeah. Anything quirky I like though, apart from that. Sorry, Hornby, but I'm just going to say it that Cola bottle low Mac thing.
What about the trialing stuff? If you could get the wheels correct, what about the trialing stuff?
I used to have the crying giraffe car.
Yep. What about the
I
that turbo thing, that spinny turbo thing?
but they're ridiculously priced.
Are they?
Yeah, they can go up to about £100 on eBay.
I gave mine away. I gave mine away. So I took it to a model shop in Burton, and I had a load of trying stuff. It had the Triang 464 Loco or something like that. It was a
Yeah,
made up Continental Loco, and I had Grandad or Polly, depending on how you want to call it. Took it anyway. It's worth nothing. The whole lot's worth nothing. He gave me £5 for the whole lot. There was a lot of stuff. I'm glad he went out of business now.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't mean to be negative.
that's okay.
Who is your go-to manufacturer
Ooh,
currently and in the past?
in the past, Hornby, but now with the customer service skills, it's up there with Rapido and Acura Scale.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that because 90% or 70% of my collection is Hornby when they were reasonably priced, detailed, and the customer service at the time, I actually got some customer service. Now I want to say
Mm.
with my 13 pre-orders, I want to say Rapido.
Rapido are really good over the phone.
Yeah, they seem
Acura
to be good at
Scale really
pre-grouping stuff
helpful.
as well. I just wish Oxford Rail would do a bit more because they're reasonably priced and they're good stuff.
They're lagging behind a bit at the moment.
Yeah, I understand why a little bit with the illness
Mm,
of Taff,
yeah,
who owns the business. I understand why, but they are like more diecast, more into the cars and lorries, aren't they, rather than the
yeah,
railway? Speaking of pricing, can I get your opinion on the current pricing situation?
too expensive for what it is.
Is
The
that
poor quality.
one particular manufacturer, or to be fair, I think BACHMANN's a little high.
Chapman's too high. Hornby's too high at the moment.
£50 for a dance or brake van.
No thanks.
That was what I paid from BACHMANN,
No thanks.
and the handrails fell off in about 2 seconds. So, but other
Yeah.
manufacturers like Acura Scale and Rapido have got the pricing correct. Dapple to a degree.
With the Cure Scale, they I noticed on their main site, I'm
Yep.
not sure if this is true or not, but they like to match it with the stores as well,
Yep.
which is really good. So you can either get it from a manufacturer or you can get it from a store.
Yeah. Like I said, I've only got one bit of Acura Scale on pre-order, which is the J67, the bump
Hmm.
jumper. The only one I've got there. I bought the Dapple Manor instead, so I can't really comment on the actual stuff till it arrives. Speaking of pricing, what about Dapple's made in UK wagons for double O? Now they fixed the coupling issues.
Not one, and it's pretty alright, to be honest.
Yep.
So I remember the Dapple, early Dapple stuff, which was a bit nuts.
Well, because of the couplings.
Pre that.
Hold that thought. 1 minute. Hold that thought. So you've seen my 38XX video on social media recently.
Yeah.
So I had that. Yeah. What about the
Okay.
couplings? The couplings are a minefield. Look,
They're too floppy.
but this is an NO one. And it cost me £27.
Yeah, them couplings are far too sloppy.
They are. To be fair, the one on the new like the Dad's Army stuff I have. That's the only decent Dapple stuff I have. Dad's Army stuff. The couplings are perfectly fine now.
Mm.
But why did it take Dapple 20 odd years to go? We need to fix these. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I rang up TMC to see where an order was for a fruit van from Dapple, and I spoke to a guy called Tom, and
Mm.
he went, "Why? What do you want?" I went, "When is it due in?" Dapple is saying it's not coming out at all. He went, "Yeah, they don't give us dates no more. What would you like to change it for?" And I wanted one they had in stock from Dapple, and I
Yeah.
went, "Can I ask about the couplings?" He went, "Yeah." I went, "Are they new or old?" He went, "I'm not sure." I went, "Why does it matter?" And I told him about the floppiness, and he fully agreed with me. He said, "I understand why you cancelled your order." Which I know a model shop shouldn't be saying that, but he was honest.
Yeah. That's all I like is honesty.
Yeah. Okay, he lost £20, well, £25 with postage, but
Mm.
he was honest. Speaking of a model shop, I don't know if you can answer this one. What happened to Rocket Railways, and how did you get a job there?
I do not know what happened,
Yeah.
but I got a job there through word of mouth.
Yep.
So basically, the owner, I knew him from a friend, and I said, "Have you got a job going?" And said, "Come in for a trial shift." And I got a trial shift. After that trial shift, he just came to me and said, "The job's yours if you want it."
Because you were meant
And
to
2
be
years
in, was
later,
it Hornby Series 2?
I I was there during the filming.
Yep.
Yeah, but I got cut out.
You made it to the cutting room floor then. I
Yeah.
understand. I was the same on Series 2. I got an invite. I arranged everything I had to with Hornby. Basically, miscommunication. That's why I lost my part in Hornby Series 2.
Yeah, I just thought, well,
The only reason I asked about Rocket Railways is because I was watching Hornby Model World on my hard drive. I've ripped them all from the TV shows, and I did a top 10 series, didn't they? Top 10 episode.
yeah.
And I noticed the guy who fixed the locos in the back, he was on it. I just wondered why Rocket Railways went downhill or disappeared after all their social media work.
Okay, I'm not too sure what
No,
happened.
that's fine. I thought I'd ask. Someone asked me a few weeks ago, "Are they still open?" I went, "I don't think so."
No, it's the same really. But I'm not too sure what happened there.
No, how good were their mystery boxes? Because I know you used to pack them up. You told me this.
They
Was
was
it a gim?
okay.
Was it a gimmick like most like places do them after near the end of the year?
You got quite a lot of stuff for what you paid for.
Yep. Did you ever get one?
So
Well, obviously, for you, it won't be a mystery, but did you ever buy one?
no,
No.
no, I didn't buy
Before I'd ask, I was going to ask about your staff discount, but yeah.
one.
Here's a question. I know you're a guy that works on a budget because of your circumstances. Is fair to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's been announced that you got at least one or half an eye on in case you get some spare cash?
Well, kind of like the Hornby 9F,
The new one.
the new one, but I'm just because I had the BACHMANN one as well. I know how good the BACHMANN one is.
No, the answer to this next question is nothing because I already know the answer. Is your current layout based on anywhere apart from a country scene?
I kind of like the idea of a straight through station with double track and a third line coming off the double track to do a like branch line work,
Yep.
and I'll have a good shot. But that's
Is it
about it.
is it country scene or you go
Country
for more?
station, yeah,
Have you thought? Because you see, like your comedy stuff.
yeah.
Have you thought about a cameo from Last of Summer Wine?
Haven't actually thought of that one.
I don't know if you're into Last Summer Wine or anything like that, but
I'll
they are
probably,
based in the countryside. I think
I'll
I've never
probably,
watched it.
I'll probably just get if I can remember it, Nora Batty with a broom,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
just something like that. Just add a bit of comedy value to it. So you got like with Balls and Horses, you can do Batman and Robin.
Yep, you can get them
Something,
figures in 3D, by the way.
yeah,
You can
but
also get
painting them,
Poro.
yeah.
This one again is another question I'll probably know the answer to before I ask it. But if you could do any other gauge, would you, or would you just stick with double O?
Kind of like O gauge.
Yeah,
Looking at
it's
the pricing of O gauge to double O stuff, it's quite reasonable as well. Now,
depending on what it is.
yes.
Yes. How is your eyesight? So I know you had the Era One stuff from Hornby. How was you connecting the chains up?
I didn't bother.
I don't blame you.
So I found, well, I was rooting through that old Hornby magazine,
Yep.
and I found out somebody got the old BACHMANN screw-on couplings,
Yep.
NEM ones. So I thought that's a good idea. So I got about 3 packets of them, cut them up, and glued them onto the Era One stuff by Hornby, and it works.
Were the couplings like level with each other?
Yes.
Yeah. The reason I asked that is because you said you might do you'd like to at some point. You said O gauge,
Yeah.
and it's the coupling. Okay, it's a bit more flexible, but the chain links.
Yeah, I noticed people do chain links on double O as well now, and just think, why bother?
Yeah, to be fair with you, there's quite a few things in double O that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So like sprung buffers, it's pointless.
Room buffers are pointless. Just turn shiny. That's
I don't
okay.
I don't
Yeah.
mind if they're metal and unsprung or plastic and unsprung, but
Mm.
being sprung, it's like what's the point? Because the couplings themselves and then pocket ones hit each other before the buffers touch.
Yeah.
This is the final question for now. We spoke about this earlier. Growth. Where do you think growth is in double O? I'm guessing it's diesel steam.
Yeah. I have a soft spot for a few diesels like 37s and like 08s. Sometimes a bit of a Rustons because it's Grantham
Yep, I get
and it's
that.
Lincolnshire boy. So it's something like with a bit of a common connection to me, but a lot of it I see the second-hand market is pretty good for model railways now on eBay.
Like I've bought a few in the past, as you know, and they've been second hand. So
Yeah,
as for 37s, you're not short of a manufacturer, are you?
no,
You've got what Hornby Railroad, Lima, is it Bachmann and Cura scale?
BACHMANN the scale, V-trains.
Yeah, so you're not really
That's
short of manufacturers in
no.
there.
Everyone seems to done a Class 37.
I think all diesels have been done. Is that correct?
I think they have, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more steam to be done in double O
When
than
I
these
was
diesels.
when I was growing up, I had an ambition of getting every locomotive what has been made by in double O form. But looking at it now, that's going to cost tens of thousands of pounds to do. To be honest, looking at people's collections now, I'm nowhere near as close to it.
To be fair, mine has been since I was a 4 year old like you.
Yeah. See,
Um,
my max limit of locos, I had 100 at one point,
yeah.
and that was far too many because
To be
half
fair,
of
I
them never
am
got used.
the ones I have, I'm struggling to run them regularly. It's a little bit hard on a two track, what 4x6,
Mm.
but I manage. You know,
Yeah,
you give requests to me, and I manage to do them. So, speaking of Bachmann, are you looking forward to when this goes out? Are you looking forward to their announcement in November?
depends what they announce.
Well, we know one.
Oh, is that the O8?
No, the LSWR
So-
T3.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Well, we always knew that was coming out when the Swanage Railway brought it out, redid it.
Yeah, I probably won't go for the preserve version
No,
because, like you, I have a budget,
yeah,
and if I overspend on my budget, it's basically what happens to F1 people. I get reducted next year.
yeah.
So I probably won't go for the preserve one because I don't like preserve locos.
See, I've got a feeling somebody out because Betton Grange has just come out, hasn't it?
As it,
Yeah, Betton Grange is now running
that would make
now,
sense. What I saw the photos.
and there's Hornby did a Grange in the past, so that wouldn't surprise me if Hornby did it in the
To be fair,
25 range.
the Hornby Grange isn't too bad.
It's pretty good for what it is.
Like I said, I've got a BR black version, and I'm happy with it.
I had two of them, and they were brilliant locos.
The only one I'm surprised no one's done at this point in time, as we speak, a Saint class, a new retooled Saint class
Yeah, that's a good one.
with the rebuild being in Steam now.
Yeah, they Hornby jumped onto the bandwagon of Prince of Wales pretty quick.
Bachmann did Beachy Head
Back when they beat your head
and the T3.
and Tornado. They did Tornado before
Hornby did
Hornby.
Tornado. Blue Peter, another one Bachmann done.
Yeah,
A million Class 08s. Did they do one Spectre with the Giants in LMS Black Spectre?
I think Backman did, yeah.
But yeah, it always mind boggled me that no one's done a retooled Saint class.
Yeah. I don't know if you would like this, but I'm going to ask you a question on this. What's your opinion on the Hornby Beatles stuff?
Honestly, I'm a guy who collects the Christmas wagons, so um, I know where Simon and the team were coming from.
Yeah,
I get that. Like, I am a big Beatles fan. I have all the albums. I watched Goodnight Sweetheart. I watched the Disney Plus stuff.
yeah.
But the wagons for me, they just didn't tick any boxes.
No, they remind me of them old McVitie's wagons.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong in them.
No,
The thing is, you can't argue. You can't argue with Hornby about that because
no.
it's a freelance wagon.
Yeah,
I had a
and they've
word with
sold millions.
Simon Cole about it for one of the videos that I did was real versus fake wagons and stuff.
Yeah,
And he said, yeah, it's a freelance wagon. It's not wrong. It's not right. It's a bit like the generic coaches and
yeah.
the 4 and 6 wheeled by Hornby and Hattons. You can't moan if they're right or wrong,
No,
but people do.
yeah.
And I've seen people moan about, is it the Rapido elevation, the baby coaches they're doing.
Yeah, I think they're perfect.
They
I
are.
do think.
But there's someone out there who's going to moan they're wrong.
Yeah.
But they're not wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? So someone as for Beatles livery, as you mentioned, it's licenses. At the end of the day, licenses ain't cheap.
No.
Um,
The pricing of Hornby's Thomas stuff now has gone ridiculous.
yeah. You mean the old Thomas stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a real game changer when they lost for licensing for that.
Are you happy BACHMANN got it? Or
No? BACHMANN's Thomas stuff looks too toy-like to me. Moving eyes, gimmick. Come on.
The moving eyes is going to wear your motor down.
And it's slightly creepy.
Especially when you take the face off, yeah?
Yeah.
What about
It's
their
just
rolling
awful.
stock? Because we're on to Thomas Tang. What about their rolling stock? Would you run it behind any of your locos if you had like the coaches or the wagons?
Probably the Henrietta one I would.
Yeah?
Because I didn't have a chance of getting a Whiz Beach fan wagon.
Yeah, there's not much price difference in them, is there? Is it like
No.
I saw the Henrietta coach going for £45 new. And I think the tram car from Rapido is 50?
65.
Is it 65 now?
But you can't really get them anyway. Buy them.
What about BACHMANN's? I know we're going slightly off topic here. BACHMANN's open coach they're doing. It's basically a rocket coach.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I will send you a photo later on. They're doing it basically. You know, like you've put the couplings on yours, the correct NEM ones. It's basically what BACHMANN have done.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you watched Thomas like before it went rubbish. Obviously, they have a rocket. They have a rocket, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do.
And then they've got some blue coaches behind it.
Ah, I see.
Them ones. Granted, the price is a little steep.
Yeah.
I'm going to thank you for your time.
Yep.
And hopefully we can do this again at some point in the future.
Maybe a Christmas quiz.
Yeah, we could do it over January, discuss the Hornby announcements if you want to.
Yeah, we could do that.
If they announce anything.
Yeah.
They didn't last year, or this year.
Yeah,
so
we can do that.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Again, thank you for your time and having this interview with me. I will put your channel on the end card and in the video. So yeah, thanks, Harry.
Okay, see you later, Eddie.
See you later.
Yeah.